Let's quickly head straight as we look at the issues surrounding the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SSANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities, NASU. They have raised critical concerns about the state of higher education in Nigeria. Now, these unions, they have been vocal about their grievances, which include matters related to welfare, working conditions, and government policies. Now, today we are going to be looking at the way forward for the SSANU and NASU, examining the potential solutions and the impact on the education sector. And our guest, who is going to be joining us virtually all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, is a chairman of SSANU from the University of Lagos, Comrade Lawal Oluwaseyi. Good morning, Comrade Lawal, and good to have you on the program.
Good morning, host.
All right, quickly walk us through.
How are you this morning?
We are fine, thank you. And how is Lagos this morning?
Lagos is fine. Nice
Okay,
weather.
help us out. There have been so many controversies, actions, and counter-reactions as far as your union is concerned. Now, as one of the stakeholders of SSANU, what is the actual matter? And where are we currently? And how do we go from here?
Thank you, sir. The current matter now is 4 months with a salary of the JAC, which includes SSANU and NASU. If you recall, there was a 1-week protest, that is March 18, just to sensitize the government and the public to remind them of the withheld salary, which is yet to be released to the workers. And that is tarnishing is really hurting the welfare of our people. So the 1-day strike was also to remind the government. The president approved the fund to be released, but the minister is dilly-dallying and is the one pleading. Every time there is a meeting, he will be pleading, this money will be paid. And so the money is not yet paid up to this moment. And we employ our people, maybe the parents, those who are connected with these government people, to help talk to them so that they do the needful. The next phase of the strike will be July 18. So if the needful is done now, there won't be any strike to be called upon. Thank you.
A look at the recent protest from your chapter. Let's quickly look at that protest. Then we'll return back to you and extend the front line of the discussion.
Leaders and members of SSANU and NASU on the streets in protest to demand for unpaid 4-month salaries from February 2022 to May 2022. The union's executives said while their counterparts in other unions have since been paid, they have been neglected to their faith by government. They said the protest is to draw government attention to their plight and warned that if nothing is done urgently, they will be left with no option than to shut the institutions. Chairman SSANU Lagos State University, Comrade Lawal Oluwaseyi, said the decision of the unions is not targeted at the students.
The government failed on their part to implement the 2019 agreement between the federal government and the union. Due to that, the union came out to protest. This is just a warning protest. After the protest, the union will go to a meeting. Then there will be an indefinite strike after this.
NASU National President Makolo Hassan, in an earlier statement, said there's no going back on the protest. The Joint Committee of the Unions had on the 4th of July 2024 issued an ultimatum to its members and branches to go on a nationwide protest. Buji Horia, ITV News.
Okay, now we are back now. Comrade Lawal, if you're saying by July you're going to be having a full shutdown, won't that affect the university system in the country?
Well, thank you. The message is to draw the attention of the government. And if they don't do the needful, the strike will commence. And all this we are doing is just to call the attention. The money is already approved by the president. Why is it being held by the minister? and this ministry. We don't know why. So we really want it to affect the public, the institution, so that they will know that the non-teaching too are very, very important. It is an injustice. They paid the academic staff, leaving out the non-teaching, not paid. It's not done that way.
And to an extent, do you think the Ministry of Education, they are being sincere in their response to you? Because if you're alleging now that federal government has released this money, and but the Ministry of Education is withholding it, how true is this? Have you done your research? Have you gotten to a logical conclusion? Have you met on a roundtable talk to discuss this over?
There are several meetings. There are several meetings with the minister. He's always pleading. It's always pleading that they will do the needful. The federal government has approved. It is the minister that is doing what he likes with the money. That is it, sir.
So are you suspecting a foul play?
Yeah. Yes, by the minister.
Okay, now help us out. If you say the minister is not being sincere in his dealings, and if this alleged money has been released, why not have a petition directly to the presidency instead of shutting down the university system? We've gone through a lot. We've had series of ASU strike. We've had series of protests, series of strikes, having schools shut down. So why not have a direct approach to the presidency? Wouldn't that be a better way out?
It is the better way out. Several letters have been sent to the president, and the only order being liked that we are used to in Nigeria is the strike stuff. Is the strike stuff. Several letters have been written, no response. So that is why we are bent on going out for the strike.
Well, and help us now. What key role will the university administrators play now in having a solution to this cause?
There are several roles to be played. You know, the non-teaching all these vital positions. We are the one in charge of the healthcare. We are the one in charge of the medical. We are the one in charge of the payments for even the academic staff. It is the non-teaching that the accountant that we pay. So there are several things that we are the one handling just to make the university run. So if they are holding this money, so all the services will be blocked out and nothing smooth will run again. That is it, sir.
So peradventure you eventually go on strike by July. How will the interest of the students be carried along? Because their interest is very important. They are the reason why you are working in your current place of work. The students are the reason why the government employed you. So how will you carry their interest along if you eventually go on strike?
There was a break. I couldn't hear you, sir.
Okay, if you can hear us clearly. If you're insisting that you are going on strike by July, how will the interest of the students be considered? Are you considering the students in this course?
We are considering them. The July 18 second phase is still going to be a protest. We are not yet. So we are expecting the government to call out and reach us before then. So the students, we are parents, so we know what it takes. We have them at heart. They should just bear with us for now. But we hope they will call us before July 18. That is it, sir.
So what are the future solutions in terms of, because there is no way we are not going to have industrial disharmony. It's practically impossible as far as our setting is concerned in the country. Industrial disputes seems to be part of our culture. So for future case, how do we see how to navigate through these hurdles so that every party, it will be a no victor, no vanquish case? How can we manage cases like this in the future?
In the future, everybody knows dialogue is the key for all discussion. And any agreement reached at the meeting should be upheld. And all the parties concerned should do their own part. Not that you sign an agreement and not be able to fulfill it. That is why everything is going back. If there is an agreement, you should follow it to the letter. That is it. That is the solution. Dialogue is the solution, sir.
All right, now quickly, before we let you go, can you help us share some successful resolutions that you've had in the past, if you've had any dispute before with the government as far as your interest is concerned? Give us some examples of successes you've recorded, and how can you apply your previous successes to these current challenges?
There are several which I couldn't pick up on my head now, but so many have gone with, so many strikes have been held, and we, at the end, we used to be victorious, and our demands are always being met. There are several. I can't recollect as I'm speaking now. There are several, sir.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Lawal, for taking time to be with us on the show. We sincerely appreciate you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Thank
that
you.
was Comrade Lawal Oluwaseyi, who is the SSANU chairman, Lagos State University.